Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga, and we are back with Formula One race reaction of the Azerbaijan Baku Grand Prix 2024. It was lit, guys. Absolutely maddening and madness that followed all around the race, and possibly the best Baku race I've ever seen. All expectations were on the fact that we could actually get Charles Leclerc to win a back-to-back race, but that was not meant to be. It was the boy, the golden boy, the boy from Aussie. Oi, 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie. Oi, 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 yes. The man, Piastri, Oscar Piastri, the McLaren boy, edging out the Ferraris to give him his second Formula One victory. And this was bitter, but this was the sweetest one, I would say. This was the sweetest win that Oscar Piastri would have felt in his life. Absolute madness scenes. This is what we wanted. The 2024 season is back and kicking like how, guys. Loads to get into, but before we get into that, I hope you will subscribe to the channel. 99% of you are looking at my videos, are loving the content, are checking them out, but still not subscribed to the channel. So I would really, really appreciate it if you were to subscribe to the channel. 117 subscribers. The goal is to reach 1 million subscribers, and you can help me get there. So help me get there. Thanks for your support, and let's get into Oscar Piastri winning his second Grand Prix at Azerbaijan. Crazy scenes at the end as well. Loads to get into because of the crash as well. But let's start there. Piastri edges out Leclerc for a dramatic Azerbaijan Grand Prix win amid late race chaos. Oscar Piastri claimed the victory at the end of a captivating Azerbaijan Grand Prix, narrowly beating Charles Leclerc to the checkered flag in the race-long multi-car battle on the streets of Baku, as Sergio Perez and Carlos Sainz dramatically crashed out in late on. Piastri trailed the pole sitter in the early stages of the 51-lap encounter, but overhauled him shortly after the frontrunner's sole pit stop phase, with Perez and eventually Sainz joining them to make it tense four-way scrap for owners. It was Piastri who ultimately came out on top, having expertly defended P1 on several occasions and gained a little bit of breathing space when Leclerc's tires faded in the closing stages, which pushed Ferrari into the clutches of Perez and Sainz. Drama ensured late at the start of the penultimate lap when a failed pass on Leclerc led to Perez going wheel-to-wheel with Sainz, the pair spectacularly crashing on the run between turn 2 and 3 and ending their afternoons in the concrete wall. While race ended under the virtual safety car, and no stopping the celebrations for McLaren and Piastri, who reflected the most successful afternoon of his life. He won in Hungary, guys. You have to understand, he won in Hungary, but that was all made by the whole Lando Norris calls to his race engineer, basically saying you would need you need to let Norris, you need to let Oscar pass. And Oscar was like, hey guys, are we swapping at the end? Are we not swapping at the end? What the fuck is happening? Let me know. And that was kind of all mad because Oscar Piastri is a Formula One race winner in the Hungary Grand Prix, but then it didn't feel like it. Felt like it was like given to him, or Norris cried. It was like, oh, I'm not happy. La, 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 la. This was Oscar Piastri's masterclass. Led from the start, like of course Leclerc was leading. Leclerc stayed out. Leclerc was out from the front. The getaway was good, but after Leclerc's pit stop, Piastri got on him, got ahead, and never looked back. Leclerc was trying hard to kind of get him, but then in his trying hard, he burnt out his tires, almost giving in to the clutches of Sainz and Checo Perez, the Red Bull driver. But at the end, Carlos Sainz and Checo Perez just touching and colliding in the turn 3. Absolute madness. Ferrari and Red Bull. Checo Perez of course, he would have been feeling that this was his time, that he could possibly get the gains here, and possibly get the bragging rights over Max Verstappen, who had not, like, first of all, Checo Perez had beaten the 33 race streak of being out-qualified by Max Verstappen in the qualifying of Baku. This would have been also given him the chance to actually finish in the race or be on the podium when Max Verstappen was not there. But that was not meant to be. Sainz, I think, got greedy. He saw Leclerc was struggling. He got ahead of Perez, but he got a little bit greedy to get in the slipstream of Charles and collected Checo Perez. Checo Perez could have moved to the left, but it's his racing line. Why would he give him space? And this is what happens on the street track when you don't give each other space. There's nothing that you can do. It got ugly really, really strongly and really bad. But McLaren, boy, there was only one man I want to talk about, and this about this guy, Oscar Piastri. What a man, the legend. 2 racemen, guys. Come on, you have to understand. McLaren, he's been on a back foot. He's been wondering how he will kind of get his win, and Leclerc has been chasing him down the entire 51-lap race, but he made it stick, and he did what he had to do. Absolute proud moments, I would say, for Lando Norris, for Oscar Piastri, I would say. Like, there is nobody who's going to basically say that this was not well-deserved. This was a well-deserved race win for Oscar Piastri. Drama. Behind Piastri and Leclerc, a big winner from the clash was George Russell. He's like always there, guys. He's just picking the pieces. When Max and Lando crashed, he got the race win in Austria. And he's just always there. They're going to pick up the pieces. Who took the ultimate unlikely podium in his Mercedes, while Lando Norris, on an alternative strategy, finished from P15. He finished a P5, and then it was P4. He finished after, like, from P15 to P4. Max, and after passing Max in P4 in the late in the race, P5 for Max Verstappen. Fernando Alonso had a lonely afternoon at Aston Martin, being promoted to 6th position with a drama ahead, while Alex Albon and the Argentine Franco Colapinto. Come on, guys, Colapinto. That's what I wanted. Franco Colapinto in the points. This is the difference. This gives you the idea of what Logan Sargent could do in the same car, because nothing has changed. Franco Colapinto has just gone in the same Sargent car and is now in points. So Logan Sargent could have got points, and Williams could have got more points, guys. What the fuck? We've been saying that they should have let go of Logan Sargent a long time back. They didn't, but they finally made the choice, and I think it was the right choice, baby. Williams basically qualifying well. It's going to be interesting what happens in Singapore, though. At the next race, Lewis Hamilton made it double points for Mercedes after his injury-related back of the grid start, with the final reward of the day going to Haas and the rookie, Ollie Behrman. Yes, the British driver. Ollie Behrman now holds a record for getting points for 2 different teams in the same season. He drove for Ferrari in Bahrain, getting the 6 points, finishing P6, and gets the Haas. Because he's putting in for Kevin Magnussen, who has a race ban. He gets the final points, and he beats Nico Hülkenberg. Can you imagine, guys? Absolutely mad. Pierre Gasly also rose from the rear of the field to take 12th, having been disqualified from qualifying following the RB's Daniel Ricciardo, Kick Sauber's Jogon Yu, and Alpine team Esteban Ocon, the latter two recovering from power unit penalties. Valtteri Bottas was the final finisher in the Sauber, with Perez, Sainz ending the race on the sidelines alongside Lance Stroll and Yuki Tsunoda, who clashed on the opening lap to leave the former with a puncture and latter with the car damage. Lots of talking points still. I would say the first one on Yuki Tsunoda, Lance Stroll he's just fucking stupid sometimes. There's no space. Like, you can't be, and in the post-race interview, he said, I'm sure he didn't see me. Like, come on, you fucking hell. It's a street track. Nobody's kind of looking at the right. Nobody's expecting you to dive bomb, make a late dive bomb. That's just fucking stupid in my mind. On the other sides, though, it was absolute madness, Sainz and Perez, guys. I can talk ages about it. I think it was a racing incident. It's a 50-50. Both of them could have done enough to avoid it. But I think Sainz got greedy. He was like, fuck it, I'm getting Leclerc now. He went on the greasy, the non-grippy part of the section. He wobbled a bit. Checo could have moved left because they were both trying to get a slipstream. But no, he collected him. I would say, if I had to put blame, like if a gun is put to my head and I've been asked to put a blame, I would put the blame on Carlos Sainz. Checo Perez, yeah, he could have moved left, but then why would I expect somebody to move outside? Ricciardo, I think he's done. I think you should just pack him up, give Liam Lawson the seat, the second RB seat for no reason. There's no, I don't get why he's even there now. I think Joe Gonyu, I think he's had a great career. Time to move on. Bottas, I think, needs to be announced as the second Audi driver. And I'm going to talk about Colapinto and Oliver Behrman. Oliver Behrman, absolute legend of a driver. Legend, guys. Absolute legend. Finishing, like, it's so funny with him. He's got like a point. He was driving a Ferrari, like the Drivers' Championship. You can see he's 16th with 7 points ahead of Logan Sargent. Is out of the race. He's not even driving, and Colapinto's already going to beat him. 4 points already for Colapinto in 2 races, guys. Come on. Give me a fucking break. And Joe Gonyu has been driving for 2 years and not score a point. Valtteri Bottas 0 still. Oh my God, I'm absolutely in love with this. But the big one, big point to talk about is McLaren are on top of the Constructors' Championship. This is the first time in a decade that anybody else than Red Bull and Mercedes have been top of the Constructors, and it has been broken by the papaya. The papaya rules rule. We are in the best season ever. McLaren, 476 points. Red Bull Racing, 456, 20 points behind McLaren. Ferrari, 425. It is getting hot, guys. I think Ferrari has a chance to kind of pip Red Bull Racing. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think. If you've enjoyed the content till now, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon. Don't be shy. Share with your friends. Enjoy the content. The idea is to enjoy and make a community out of it, guys. So F1, just 2024 race, 2024, 6 races to go. We're down with the 17th race. Can you imagine? We're down 17 races. Can you imagine that? We're going to Singapore next. We know Red Bull doesn't like that circuit. It's going to be amazing. Like last year, Carlos Sainz helping and pipping Lando Norris behind him, like piggybacking him to kind of ensure that Max Verstappen or the Mercedes don't kind of win it. Oh my God, I'm going to love Singapore now. I think it might be the point where Red Bull also lose a second spot and the Ferrari take the second spot, because Ferrari is just 31 points behind Red Bull right now. Absolute madness. But the main topic, the Drivers' Championship. Max Verstappen, 313 points, with Lando Norris on 254. If I add 60 to this, it is 360 gives me 314. 59 points is the gap between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. The gap between Lando Norris and Charles Leclerc is down to 29 points. 235. Add 20 to that. It's 19 points between Leclerc and Norris. One Norris DNF, Leclerc winning that race. He pips him, and that helps Max Verstappen. Oscar Piastri is not that far either, guys. 222 points. That is remarkable, because he is just 13 points behind Leclerc. So I could easily say Oscar Piastri getting the number 3 spot. or number 2, depending on how bad the Red Bull performs in Singapore. It's absolutely going to the wire. 59 points between Max Verstappen and Lando Norris. 6 races to go. 3 sprints as well. I think I am going to go Lando Norris wins the Drivers' Championship. It is absolutely going to be mental, but it all depends on Lando Norris. Does he want it? Can he not make mistakes? Can he win the races? Can he lead? Can he consistently perform at a high level? It's going to be absolutely bonkers to see what happens there, guys. The other driver, George Russell, absolutely fucking lucky always. Gets the car. The car was nowhere. Mercedes were nowhere. Hamilton was like, what the fuck am I even driving on the FP1s and the FP2s, even in the qualifying and during the race as well. He was like, am I managing? Is this effective? Like, and he's like, yeah, you're effective. I'm like, come on. This is like fucking Lewis Hamilton we're talking about. But absolute madness scenes, guys. Carlos Sainz, Checo Perez, clash between them. This is getting hot and spicy. Oscar Piastri wins the second Grand Prix. Late crash between Sainz and Checo Perez. Leclerc finishes second. Couldn't get on the podium. Couldn't get the win. It would have been amazing to get a back-to-back win for the 4th time pole winning man. But the season is just getting started. I think this is the best that we've seen. We're now on our way to Singapore Grand Prix. The race weekend is about us, and it'll be amazing to watch that. I hope you will be there to join me for the race, for the qualifying, for the predictions, and so on. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed the content, I've loved this race. It's absolutely maddening what we have witnessed. I am amazed. I hope you are as well. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Catch you in the next one. Subscribe. Peace, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.